Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing some testing regarding the Eye of Winter hits on a single target, depending on positioning. Because I guess no one has done some testing, at least not publicly. I've not seen any video or I've not read anything about how many hits actually are happening with Arcanist brand Eye of Winter. And I was very curious myself as well. If we take a quick look before we watch the footage that I recorded in the PoE, my initial thoughts were a single Arcanist brand projectile per cast shoots 30 projectiles. This means these 30 projectiles, the small thingies, are all hitting when returning. And initially there are 8 projectiles from the initial cast outgoing are also hitting the mob from the Nova, and 3 during flight, meaning 11 hits from the outgoing projectiles and 30 hits from the returning projectiles. Also then we need to double it because we are having 2 brands, so we're shooting 2 Eye of Winters, which gives us the 41 projectiles per brand or the 82 hits with perfect positioning. This was my initial calculation. This 3 during the flight and the 8 proj during the Nova hit was basically guessed from myself. I thought because the Nova comes back perfectly to you, that all 8 outgoing projectiles would hit the enemy. But yeah, we're gonna see that it's most likely not the case. And also this assumes that all projectiles that are actually going out from the brand are coming back and hitting the target again, which I think is also not the case because of small hitboxes, and depending on where you're standing and depending on if you are phasing or not, a few can miss. So 82 hits was what I assumed. So let's get into the footage. Shout out to my friend Carl who helped me with the testing. We did this with 100% chance to poison on myself. I spec CI, so I'm immune to the chaos damage from the poison when that returns. My friend, and I have Southbound equipped, sorry. So I cannot kill him. And my friend has a Watcher's Eye with the Malevolence mod not affected by poison. So I can only kill him if I freeze, and I cannot freeze with Ele Focus on my 6-link. And he cannot die from dots or from poison because he's unaffected by poison. So let's take a look at the footage. We recorded quite a bit. Quickly on how I did the testing, because normally Arcanist Bridge just shoots like 4 Eye of Winters per second. It's very hard to see how many stacks exactly you would get. To avoid that, I did not activate my Ruby Flask with the removed mana cost, which gives me like 40 mana cost on my Eye of Winter. And on purpose, I drain all my mana to 0, as you see here. So there's only one spell being fired and one spell coming back. So if we take a look here, I'm gonna be walking under him and I'm gonna be casting one brand on top of him. Okay, there's actually 2 casts going on. The next one, this is the first one. We have 28 stacks, or 36 stacks, sorry. That was from 1 cast. If you just wait a bit until I test again. So I'm draining my mana here again, and then casting 1 brand on top of him. And the Eye of Winter is gonna come out and come back, and we have like 35 stacks. 34 stacks, 34 stacks. Which means each stack is 1 projectile that's hitting. So from 1 cast, which I assumed 41 projectiles were hitting, we're getting 35 projectiles hitting. Yeah, let's look at a few more tests here. Yeah, 37. Keep a track in the top left corner. Gotta drain the mana again. And like 35, 34. So around 35 seems pretty consistent in this arena. And that's the only thing where we weren't quite sure that it's fully hitting the projectile travel cap or it's hitting a wall. So we went to the next arena, which is this one, where here at the bottom, there is no real wall anywhere near. The only one is on the top left. So we're going to be doing a few more tests here. Going to be draining my mana, and we're going to test again. You can see 34 here. Get 32. Get 33. 23. Because he died. I think he forgot to activate the aura. Okay, here we're actually testing how it is with full DPS, with full mana, how many hits he gets. This doesn't really matter. I was just curious on what hits in a 4-second window basically we're getting. So I'm blasting full. And you can see I'm on 106. I'm kept from Golden Rule. He's getting like 190, 240. Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, as you can see, around 35 seems pretty consistent here. 32, between 30 and 35, I would say, is what should be estimated. Okay, let's take a look at a bit different testing. We're gonna test how many hits we're actually getting if we're not standing under the boss. So this was always, we're standing perfectly under our target. The brand is on top of our target. And all the projectiles are returning to us and perfectly hitting the boss. What happens if this is not the case is what we can see here. I think I didn't fully drain the mana. Yeah, gonna have to wait. Okay, now the next spell, you can see we get nearly no stacks. 2, 4, 9. But that's also because the arena is a bit scuffed. There are too many walls here. 5. But it's very inconsistent. It's between like 2 and at maximum 10 if you're at range hits. So your DPS drops off by an absolute shit ton if you're not under the boss. Now we're gonna be looking for a better arena like here.
My mana is gone.
I think this is a bit bugged, the arena. 7, 4. But yeah, it's not, you're not gonna be getting over 10 if you're not under the boss. 8. Yeah, I think this is it. The most important thing is basically what we found here at the start with a single cast gives us around 35 projectiles to be like a bit more forgiving with the amount of hits. Currently in my PoBs, I'm now configuring it with 60 hits to be a bit more conservative on the estimation, since you're not always perfectly positioned, but 60 hits is doable if you're standing under the boss on any size target. As you can see, this is the normal player target, which should be size 2, I think, which is the normal size for nearly all of the bosses as well. Some bosses even have bigger models with size 3. But yeah, since I've never seen anyone do this testing, I thought I would share it. So I hope this was informative. Shout out to Carl again for helping me. Yeah, if you have any questions about this testing or want to know more about the setup that I had, yeah, feel free to ask in the comments. Otherwise, feel free to like the video and also subscribe for maybe more videos about the build. And for me, hopefully hitting 6K in the next day or so. Yeah, gonna see you in the next video. See ya.